Hey everyone. Let's have a conversation. So it's probably unexpected for someone as small as me to upload something like this or to say anything about this. But as someone who in the future would love to do YouTube full time, someone who would absolutely love to, like I said, make this a full time job. What are you doing, Mike? Why are you? There we go. Okay. But as someone who would love to do YouTube full time, we need to have a conversation about the Quantum TV and Act-Man drama that's going on. Not really drama, but I just went through and I rewatched one of the numerous re-uploads of the Act-Man's video, and if you can re-upload it, I absolutely recommend re-uploading it. Um, but the fact of the matter is that you should not be able to get your channel demonetized. You should not be able to get fired from your job as a YouTube content creator because you disagreed with someone's opinion. Bottom line, that's what happened, right? Quantum TV had some opinions about a video game. The Act Man, in the Act Man fashion, disagreed with those opinions. And Quantum TV didn't like that. Now, I just went through, and like I said, I just went through and rewatched the Dark Ages of YouTube video from Ant-Man. I'm so sorry. From Act-Man's perspective. Um, uh, the proof is right there, and I don't think it's okay to attack anybody. I don't think that you should ever um yeah, you just should never attack somebody. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's okay. Um it's difficult in this situation, understandably so, because now you've gotten to the point where you have involved family and you have really gotten someone fired from their job that pays their bills. I don't know if Ackman does anything else. I don't know if he streams. I think I watched a video and someone had said that he does have a Twitch channel, so he still will be getting income from that. He still has a following on Twitch. But that is bizarre to me. That is insane to me. That's crazy. Like, I just do gameplay content. That's all I do on my channel. I don't typically talk about drama. I don't do reviews. I don't do anything like that. I don't react to other people's content. I don't do anything to that on my channel. Um, but if in the event that I wanted to, if in the event that someone said something and I was like, oh, hey, I want to give my take on that, and that person gets offended with me giving my take on that, they get offended with my opinion. Now YouTube is saying that that person can go and they can get their group together and they can go mass report me and they could shut me down and demonetize me. That is why I am saying something. Because to any YouTubers who are coming up, who want to do this full time at some point like I do, that's a problem. That is not okay for someone to be demonetized, for someone to lose their job over an opinion. Okay? Um and this could have been done and dealt with offline. There were attempts to make this done offline, but there were absolutely lines crossed. Absolutely lines crossed. And in the video that was removed, that keeps getting re-uploaded, hopefully people will keep re-uploading it. If I can find a way to download it, I'll re-upload it as well. But there was proof that attempts were made by the Act Man to actually have a conversation, right? For some reason, for some reason, Quantum didn't want to have a voice conversation. Sorry, I've got teams going on for work stuff. I'm on break right now, so I decided to pop in and do a little video while I was on break because it's fresh in my mind. I was just watching the video and everything. Also, that's what part of the reason I'm looking over at my screen to see what's going on. But what was I just lost my train of thought, man. Anywho, so you don't involve. Oh yeah, there were attempts made by the Act Man. For some reason, Quantum TV didn't want to have a voice conversation. I don't know why. Maybe because text is easier to Photoshop and text is easier to edit. I don't know. I don't want to make. I really don't want to make accusations. Um, the issues that stem from this affect all of YouTube. They don't just affect Quantum TV and the Act Man. And even then, the effects that they have had on the Act Man are completely just infuriating, you know? Because again, you're talking about somebody who has been doing YouTube for, shoot, how long has the Act Man been on TV? On TV, on YouTube, 7 years, something like that. I don't know, a long time, and all of that gone, just like that. Why? Because the Act Man, in his character, the Act Man, disagreed with someone's opinion. That is, it's so much bigger. That in of itself is so much bigger than I think a lot of people realize. And that is why me, as a small YouTuber who avoids YouTube drama, is saying something about it, because that could affect me in the future. If I was to say something on one of my live streams, if I was to say something in one of my videos that might offend somebody about another channel or whatever, that person, according to YouTube, based on YouTube's actions in this case, that person can go get their group together, mass report me with their followers. Whether he told them to or not is a whole nother conversation. But as Asmongold said, you are you have to ostracize your extremists. It is your responsibility. And people will follow what they believe in. People will follow the people they support, or people will support the people that they agree with, typically, right? So you attract the audience that you put out in your personality, right? The person you are on camera is the audience you will attract. And if you act a certain way on camera, you will attract a certain audience. If you talk a certain way off camera, you might attract a different audience or the same audience. From what I have seen, he's different off camera than he is on camera. But they are just two levels of the same personality. I'm talking about QTV, by the way. I'm also posting this because I have 28 subscribers at the time of recording. I'm not monetized. And I hope that this doesn't ruin my chances of ever getting demonetized, because that would be just ridiculous. But I'm so far away from being monetized, from being able to be monetized, that if something were to happen, I think I would have enough time to change course. And since I'm not monetized now, I'm not relying on this income. I have a full-time job, so it won't hit me as hard as it will hit some of the other YouTubers. Um, which is also crazy to me that YouTube is attacking other YouTubers for this. Like, what are you doing, man? What's going on? Come on, YouTube. What are you doing? Why? You have so many YouTubers, so many people coming out and having the exact same voice, the exact same opinion based on factual information that has been presented in a video that you took down with a manual review. Are we ignoring factual evidence? Is that what we're doing now? This is so bad as a platform. And it's so bad for people like me. And I'm not trying to sorry, it's coming off as I'm making this video all about me. It's not. It's not all about me, but it's about YouTube in general and all the content creators in general. If any of the content creators that I watch, that I enjoy, that I love, go out and they make their statement, they make their opinion known, and YouTube and they offend somebody, then that person can just go say, you know what, I'm going to mass report you, and that's going to be that. I'm going to end your YouTube career. I'm going to end you. And YouTube's just like, yeah, go ahead. We won't stop you. I, it's disappointing. It is so disappointing. And that's an understatement. I mean, it's. I mean, I don't even. At this point, I'm just gonna start talking about the same thing that everyone else has already talked about. But I hope that the Act Man comes back. I hope when he does come back, his channel is monetized, and he is able to again rely on YouTube as a source of income. Now, I don't think it's okay to go and attack Quantum TV. I don't think that's okay. I don't think it's okay to attack anybody on YouTube. Through the video, Act Man's video, Quantum has said some fascinating things. Some fascinating things in his Discord. Things that obviously a lot of us might not agree with, and things that will obviously give someone a very negative view of Quantum TV. But again, I don't think it's okay for people to go out and attack him. I don't think that's right. I don't think anybody should be attacked for their opinion, to be entirely honest with you, which is what started this whole thing. And it is absolutely not okay for anybody to go look into someone's personal information and call their freaking mom. That is creepy. That is stalkerish. And borderline, that is threatening. Whether you meant it as a threat or not, it is threatening for some stranger that I argue with on the internet to find my mother and call her and say, hey, I don't want to drag anyone's family through the mud. Are you kidding me? That's pathetic. And the more I talk about it, the more pissed off I get, because if I was in Ackman's shoes, Ackman and I are two completely different people, right? I don't know how I would handle that situation, but it would. You don't go and find someone's personal fucking information and call their mom. You don't do that. I don't care who you are. That is stalkerish. Again, it's just creepy, man. Like, what? You don't do that. The whole thing is Quantum TV has made his personality very well known. And I, I hate to make accusations. I hate to accuse people of anything. But everything that he has done and everything that has been shown and proven is violating so many guidelines. And so many moral issues wrong with that. So many. And again, I'm a pretty positive person. I don't like to think negatively about anybody. I don't. I really don't. But you have absolutely given the YouTube community a reason to think negatively about you. And you will have your followers, you will have your fans, you will have your subscribers, and they will support you. They always will. Okay? But there are other figures throughout time who have been bad people and had followers. Having supporters does not make you a good person. It does not make you, and it does not put you in the right in this topic. Okay, I just wanted to get my voice out there, because I feel the more people who talk about this, the more people who bring it up, the higher chance there is of something being done about it. Um, sorry, give me. Okay, so so by all means, anyone who can, re-upload the Ackman's video. Get your voice out there. Let your voice be heard. Okay? Hashtag justice for Ackman. Because something's got to change for the sake of future content creators who might offend somebody. And with that being said, if this is something that I want to do full time, I will most likely now at this point do every stream on multiple platforms. I done it for a couple streams. I did it for a few streams. I streamed to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And then I went back to just YouTube. But if this is the way that YouTube is going to act, and this is the way that they're going to be with their content, with their supporters, with the people who, you know, make the platform money, then you absolutely need a backup. Or just outright don't use you. If all you do is stream, move to Twitch, move to Facebook. I hate to say that. I have been a supporter of YouTube and a supporter of Google for a long time, long before I started this channel. So it sucks that I have to say that. But if you're talking about my support for YouTube and me supporting YouTube puts me at risk for not being able to pay my bills, were I a monetized channel, I did it full time, obviously. And I have to choose between YouTube demonetizing me and forcing me into a very difficult financial situation because they want to fire me because I disagreed with someone's opinion. Now, that's not the sole reason that YouTube did that. Obviously, there's a lot more. There's a lot of gray area in there. It's not black or white. So, but the fact of the matter is, bottom line, there was no reason for the Ackman to get demonetized. No reason. Okay. And it really makes you question a lot in terms of who is running YouTube. It's just it blows me away. So, anywho, that's my take. I'm just repeating everything else that other people have said here, and I could talk forever about the same topic. So, that's my take on it. Re-upload that Ackman video if you can find it and you can download it. Re-upload it and keep it going. Okay. So I'll try to find it and re-upload it myself. I do work full time, as I've said. My break's pretty much over at this point as well. So I might not have time to go through and do all that between being having a toddler, working full time, and all that stuff. So absolutely, if you can, do it, because this is ridiculous, and a stand needs to be taken that YouTube content creators are not going to we'll just leave it at that. So, anywho, that's my take on it. So, with that being said, later.